everyone, my name is Julietogberaha and you're welcome to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time here, thank you so much. You did not make any mistakes to come here, to stop by here. And if this is not your first time, you already know that it means the world to me that you come here time and time again to watch my videos. God bless you real good. So today, as always, I have another very interesting and insightful subject that I want to discuss, and it's around young family and money management. I would like you to keep watching, so please keep your eyes glued on this video. Thank you so much. God bless you real good. So the first point that I like to make is that for every young family, it's important that this particular point is first settled before any other thing, before you can talk about managing your money or managing your finances. And that is ensuring that you have a source or sources of income. If you don't have a source or sources of income, there's no way you can manage any money, because there has to be a place from which the money is flowing into the home for one thing or the other. So it's important that you have this settled first and foremost. And it's also important that, I like to say that in this phase where we are, while we are still young and in our youthful period, it's important that we understand the importance of hard work. And by hard work, I don't just mean maybe manual labor, but being hardworking in your career, on your business, whatever it is that your hands find to do, is very essential now. Because a decade from now, 2 decades from now, we will not have the same strength, the same tenacity like we do now. So now is the time to work hard. Now is the time to give life our best. Now is the time to whatever your hands find to do. And especially now that we have that advantage of starting businesses, unlike in previous time where career was like the only thing a lot of people wanted to do. Start any business of your choice. And I know that nowadays a lot of people try to use social media as their business office, like the brand space, and focus more on, like I said in one of my writings, on the aesthetics of the business more than on the core aspect of the business. It's important that if you are running a business, for instance, ensure you are doing the hard work. Ensure that you are going out to do whatever it is that it takes, as long as it's not against the will of God, to ensure that your business is growing, no matter how it is growing, whether it is going at a slow pace or at a very, very fast pace. Just ensure that you are working hard every single day. The little input you put day by day will make a whole lot of difference. And I would also like to mention, for young people who, even before you start a family or who have families, that it is important that you have it in mind that there is no job that is beneath you. Even if you have many degrees, many certificates, and you, at a period of time, let's say for instance you have not gotten paid employment, if that's the path that you want to take, if you decide to say, okay, let me try something else outside of getting a paid job, if you decide to start anything, there is nothing that is beneath you. I always say it's, if I have to sell pepper, if I have to sell firewood, if I have to do whatever it is that I have to do, not from a place of giving up on the other things that I want to do, but because I believe that there is nothing that is too small for me to do. Do you understand? As long as it is, there's dignity in labor. That's the point I'm trying to make. Work hard to do whatever it is that it takes to ensure that you are making money to be able to take care of your family. That's the truth. Nobody owes us anything. Even if you have amazing families or amazing parents who in their lifetime give you opportunities to be able to thrive, don't say, oh, I have everything now at my beck and call, let me just sit down and relax. Work. Because there's an adage, I don't know if it's biblical, that I'll check if it's from the Bible, that in a space of time, wind or things can just change. The wind can blow away things that, and it's not like a curse or anything, but just life just happens. What you may rely on today and say, oh, this is what I'm doing, this is what I am putting my hope and trust in, nothing can change. Can change in a second. So it's important that you give yourself to hard work. Work now that you can. So let me tell you what happened between that last clip and this one now. I've done some quick things. My battery was very low, so I had to charge it and then quickly start cooking jollof rice, because I have a program to due by 6 p.m. and right now it's past 4. So yeah, I'm back. I just thought to tell you people. Right, so on to the practical aspects. For my husband and I, because we have a young family, our career and business path or life has been this way. I have been a writer professionally for almost 10 years now. Same with my husband. But my husband has worked as a teacher before. He has worked as an executive in a consulting firm, and right now he currently writes, edits, and works in our family publishing firm. Also on the side, where we have clients that are not clients for the company, just for ourselves, we write and we edit for people. And then I remember the first year when we first got married, I was pregnant with our daughter Tithe, and I used to make hair during the weekends. Yes, I used to make hair during the weekends, and the name of the brand was called Blackie's Hair Angel. I used to make hair for people, for family and friends. A lot of people used to come to our house, and then we use the upper part of our building to make their hair. I used to do natural hair, condition their hair, wash their hair, and twist their hair. It was a very, very beautiful and memorable experience. I'm sure a lot of people who know me or who may be watching this video, if you're a female and you know me personally, or you've known me in that period of time, I may have done your hair. And then what else? The other time during my NYC, I was not married then, I dabbled into tailoring. I learned how to sew during my NYC, but I didn't do that as a business. But okay, and I said 2 years after, we started an ice block business, my husband and I. It has been a learning process for us. We have grown in several areas of our lives. We have faced in that business, we have faced certain challenges. Obviously, we have surpassed them. We have learned from them. It's just, how do I put it? All these things that I'm sharing are just my way of saying, whatever your hands find to do them. There's no small. It's just small. It's not something that I studied. Oh, I have a master's degree in this, why should I be doing this? No. As long as it's bringing you money, do it. It is for yourself and it's for your family. So those are some of the things that we have been doing concerning our career and our businesses so far. I'm sure that there are some other things that I can't remember now to mention. And then even in the future, in the near future, we plan to also do some other businesses. Like I hope to have a supermarket or even a mini market. I hope to, my husband is doing certain things around farming, and whatever it is that our hands find to do, we are open to multiple streams of income. So that's one aspect young families should have in mind, to ensure that you have a source or sources of income, because that's the only way you can begin to talk about how to manage your family finances. So the second thing that I'd like you to know is that as a young family, it's important that you have a financial plan. With all the sources of incomes that you have, know where your money is going to. Account books and a record keeping plan to understand right from day one. Even if you're not used to do this, but going forward, it's important that you should put it into consideration. Don't just say, okay, we have our salaries coming from here, so we spend this, let's use this one to pay the children's school fees. No, have a structure so that, I don't know, structure helps me feel sane, helps me feel like I'm doing the right thing. Do you understand? So it's important, like I said, to ensure that you have a structure. It helps you know what it is that you're doing. It helps you know how to plan for the future. It helps you know how to manage your money, to know, oh, we don't need to do this right now with our money, or should we consider trying this, putting our money in this place, and on like that. So that aspect is very, very crucial. I forgot to add this. Aside from money that we use for our family or things that concern us, we also have planned for money for the work of God. Things that have to do with God, they are supporting in one way or the other. I'm not going to mention in detail what those things are, because that's between us and God. But we feel that's very, very important, and it's something that I think you should consider adding in your financial structure. A lot of times we think that when it comes to finance or money and money matters, it means you must have a lot of money before you'll be able to do all these things. Actually not. Start from where you are now, no matter how much it is that you earn, no matter how much it is that you have. is when you can do these things in the beginning of your marriage, or when your finances are still trying to grow. That's when you can do it, when it increases. Do you understand? So it's very, very important that you take that to mind. And then we also have money aside for miscellaneous things that in case something just happens, so, and we don't want to touch the other places where we're not supposed to touch, which can just go there for that. So I thought to add that point. Lest I forget, still, tithe is very, very essential. It's important that you know that you mustn't owe God. He's the one that's making the provision for everything that we have. So it's important that that 10%, or depending on your personal convictions or how God leads you or what you want to do for God, that 10% must not be kept for yourself. Don't say, oh, we really need this money, let's keep this 10%, we need it, we can use it to pay this certain thing or do this certain. No, ensure that you pay the money to God. That 10% is nothing. It's not, and the truth is, God actually gives it back to us one way or the other. Not as if He's making use of it for Himself. Do you understand? But to fulfill that commandment, it is important that you do not keep your tithe to yourself. Never use your tithe for any personal thing. Ensure that you always pay your tithe. In fact, one of the first things we do is that as soon as we get paid for anything or get our salary, before making other plans for any other account or any other expenses or whatever, we ensure that our tithe is removed. That's the first thing. On to the next point. For young families who have children or who have a child, it's important that you make plans for your children financially as well, and that over a period of time you teach them things about finances depending on their age. I can say who gave Tishe the first money since the day she was born till this point, and how much till this point, and what the total is till this point, because we keep a record of that. And every time that we have any income or flow of income into our spaces, there's a particular amount that we keep aside for her. It's important that you ensure that you have financial plans for your children now and for their future. People keep imagining that it's only rich people who do these kind of things. It's not true. Even if all your general income put together, let's say it's 50,000 naira, that even if you are putting aside 1,000 naira every month, as little as that, it is something. In your child's name, it is something. You may not start it as soon as the child is born, but at a young age, try and start having a financial plan for your child. It is very, very important. And then you can start teaching them about how to save with piggy banks and piggy boxes and things like that. Give them a 10 naira note today, 5 naira note tomorrow, and on like that, so that they can begin to understand what money is and realize that money does not drop from the skies. You work to make money, or you have to do certain services to get money, and on like that. So that point is very, very essential. So the next point that I'd like to make is that it is also important that you make provision for giving. It is very important. The Bible has already shown us the promise that is behind giving. It says we should give, and it shall be given unto us, good measure, pressed down, shaken together. And I'll put the whole scripture out so I don't misquote it. But it's important that we give. It's important that we don't wait till we have a lot before we give. There's no too much giving, and you can decide to give in different means. You can say, even if it's a recharge card you send somebody, it's something. Even if you send 1,000 naira to somebody, it's something. It's important that you learn to give, no matter the stage that you are at financially. Don't think, oh, if I give, it will hurt us, or it will shorten our portion and all that. No, very, very far from it. As long as you have a structure, as long as you have put certain things in place, you know what you're not touching, you know where you're touching, just leave a portion to give to people. Look around for those who are in one need or the other, and extend your hands of love towards them in the capacity that you can do. Do you understand? I don't think anybody will say, oh, let me give somebody 1,000 naira. Person will be like, 1,000 naira. No, I don't think there's anybody like that. I'm sure that no matter how the amount that anybody gives anybody, that is they are being led to do so too, the person will receive it with joy. Because it's possible that you may even have 20,000 naira and decide to share it in very, very little amounts to, let's say, 10 people. It's something. Do you understand? You've gone a long way. Those people don't have to know how much it is that you broke down to have to reach all those people. But anybody will receive any type of amount of money with love. And so also should we give with love. That's a very, very important aspect of our finances that we should put to mind. So my jollof rice is finally ready. So I've been able to win on many sides, thank God. So on to, as I was saying rather, when it comes to giving, just ensure that God is the one who is leading you to the person that you're giving it to. Or if somebody asks, God directs you and God says, yes, it's good, it's okay, you can give the person. And also check your capacity. Like I mentioned, my husband and I mentioned in the last video, so that you don't give to the point where you have nothing left with you to take care of yourself. So it's important that you consider giving, and consider giving the Bible way. That's the point. On to the next point. The next point is contentment. This is a very, very crucial point for young families, especially for everybody, regardless of how old or how young your family is. It's important to be content. Extremely important. Don't want to have person in our family, we're not aspiring for a grandiose lifestyle. We like the simple lifestyle. That's why you hear me say a lot of times that I want the farmhouse lifestyle. I like the setting of villages that are calm, and then we are surrounded by nature, and we have interactions with people, human beings around us. We have a community, whether in the body of Christ, as within our neighborhood, and things like that. That type of lifestyle we aspire for. And even in that space, we can still care for ourselves, take care of ourselves, take care of our children, give them quality education, and on and things like that. But when it comes to trying to have a lifestyle, it's not even biblical. Do you understand? There's no need trying to live a lifestyle to show off one's wealth, and it's just best to live a simple lifestyle, to be content with whatever it is that you have. And that leads me to the next point, which is that it is our belief system is that it's important not to borrow, so that you owe no man anything. Just like the Bible says, as much as we can, let's live within our means. Do you understand? That's like one of the best things that can ever happen to anybody, because you're not going to go to bed at night and be wondering, this person that I'm owing, this and on like that. Live within your means. Let your children go to the schools that you can pay their fees for. Do you understand? Except they have scholarships, like people who are sponsoring, or bodies that are sponsoring their school fees and all that. But if you don't have all those things in place, just ensure that whatever it is that you're doing is within your means, so that you can have peace of mind. So I think this may be the last point. So this point is that when it comes to finances, when it comes to money matters in the family, there's always going to be room for improvement. No one can say, okay, we've gotten it perfectly. There's always going to, you always say, oh, this structure, are we sure, should we do it this way going forward now? Or do you think we should add this? Or do you think we should remove this? And on and on. So there's always room for growth. There's always room for improvement and for learning. In 1 year, you may not know that you shouldn't invest a certain way, or you shouldn't just save your money. You can invest it this way, and things like that. So always be open to learning at all times, so that with knowledge you can do better with your finances. And it's also important that you don't avoid get rich quick schemes. Avoid situations where you have to try to make money quickly, so that for whatever reason it is, just gradually know that little by little, by the grace of God, God will give us the wealth or the riches that is enough for us to feed ourselves, just like the psalmist said, that we can use to take care of ourselves and take care of our children and be content and use for the spread of the gospel to the glory of his name. So that's basically that about that. I hope that you have learned a thing or two from this video. Please, I'd like to learn from you as well. Do well to share your comments in the comment section. God bless you real good for stopping by out. As always, do have a lovely weekend and week ahead. Take good care of yourself. Until next time. Bye.